Welcome to our channel. If you have a stock you'd like us to analyze, please let us know in the comments below. Your support helps us keep improving, so consider buying us a thanks to help us get a new computer for even better videos. Today, we're diving deep into Chijet Motor Company Inc., CJET, with a detailed technical analysis. If you're ready to break down this stock from every angle, let's get started. Today's focus is on Chijet Motor Company Inc., trading under the ticker CJET on NASDAQ. This company has recently caught the attention of many traders due to its dramatic price movements. We'll be looking at its recent performance, technical indicators, and what might be next for this volatile stock. Let's start by understanding what's been happening with CJET over the past few months. CJET has shown extreme volatility throughout the analyzed period. Starting at around $1.70 in late June, the stock experienced significant ups and downs, peaking near $2.78 in mid-July. After that, it entered a prolonged downtrend. The most dramatic change came in September, especially on the 19th, when CJET skyrocketed to close at 0.2909 after trading as low as 9 cents earlier in the month. This represents an extraordinary increase of over 220% from the September lows. The trend has shifted from bearish to an explosive short-term uptrend, with the final session showing parabolic characteristics. Price-volume relationship in CJET reveals some critical insights. For most of the analyzed period, trading volumes were modest, ranging between 1,000 and 500,000 shares. However, on September 2, volume spiked to over 3.7 million shares as the price dropped to 59 cents. The most extraordinary volume occurred on September 19, with over 1.7 billion shares traded as the price soared to 0.2909. This unprecedented volume validates the price move and indicates intense market participation. The VWAP at 0.2537 suggests the average trading price is below the current close, confirming upward momentum. Moving averages give us a clear picture of CJET's momentum shift. The current price of 0.2909 stands well above all listed moving averages, signaling a strong bullish trend in the short term. Shorter-term averages like SMA5 at 0.1429 and EMA5 at 0.1756 are closest to the current price, reflecting recent acceleration. Medium-term averages are mixed, but exponential moving averages (EMAs) are generally above their simple moving average (SMA) counterparts for shorter periods. This highlights the extraordinary momentum of the current advance. Technical indicators for CJET show mixed signals due to the extreme price movement. Momentum indicators point to exceptional strength but also hint at potential exhaustion. While MACD and RSI values aren't provided, the price surge suggests overbought territory. Stochastics indicators would likely show extreme readings as well. Trend indicators are limited, but the price action clearly shows a strong short-term uptrend. Volatility is increasing, as seen in the expanding price range, though the provided Bollinger Bands don't match CJET's price range and are unreliable for this analysis. Let's pause to clarify what moving averages are. Moving averages are technical analysis tools that smooth out price data to identify trends over a specific period. Simple moving averages (SMA) give equal weight to all data points, while exponential moving averages (EMA) give more weight to recent prices, making them more responsive to new information. In CJET's case, the EMAs are showing stronger momentum due to the recent price surge. Linear regression analysis helps us understand the trend's strength and sustainability. For CJET, the regression slope at 0.2695 indicates a positive trend direction, but the extreme price movement on the final day heavily impacts the calculation. The R-squared value of 0.5156 means about 51.56% of the price movement can be explained by the linear trend. However, the predicted value is much higher than the actual price, suggesting either an anomaly or the start of a new trend phase that the linear model can't capture. Linear regression is a statistical method used to model the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. In stock analysis, it helps identify the general direction and strength of a trend. The slope shows the direction, while the R-squared value tells us how well the trend fits the data. For CJET, the large deviation from the predicted value highlights the stock's recent parabolic move. Given the extraordinary momentum, and the fact that CJET closed near its high of 0.2909 on September 19, the opening for the next trading day is likely to be higher. The extreme price surge and record volume suggest continued bullish sentiment. However, the magnitude of the one-day gain increases the likelihood of significant volatility and potential profit-taking. A reasonable opening range would be between 30 cents and 35 cents, with the possibility of an initial spike higher followed by substantial volatility. CJET's current price of 0.2909 is above all moving averages, which now act as dynamic support levels. The nearest significant static support is around the previous highs before the surge, approximately 12 cents to 15 cents. Since the stock is at its highest point in the analyzed period, there are no obvious historical resistance levels above the current price. This means the stock is in price discovery mode, where resistance levels will be formed dynamically as the price advances. Price discovery is the process by which a market determines the price of an asset through the interactions of buyers and sellers. When a stock reaches new highs with no historical resistance, it enters price discovery mode. This means that resistance levels will be created as the price moves up and traders react to new price points. For CJET, this creates both opportunity and risk as the market finds its balance. Estimating potential highs and lows for the next trading day is challenging without the ATR14 value, but we can use recent volatility as a proxy. On September 19, CJET moved from 0.1831 to 0.3409 and closed at 0.2909, a range of about 0.1578. Using this, the potential high could be around 45 cents and the low near 13 cents. However, given the extreme nature of the recent movement, actual volatility could exceed these estimates, so traders should be prepared for wide price swings. Average True Range (ATR) is a technical indicator that measures market volatility by decomposing the entire range of an asset price for a given period. A higher ATR indicates higher volatility, which means bigger price swings. For CJET, the lack of ATR data means we rely on recent price ranges to estimate potential movement, but the principle remains the same. High volatility equals high risk and reward. A bullish scenario, CJET continues its upward momentum, potentially reaching the 35 cents level or higher in the near term. Volume would remain strong, validating the price increase, and the momentum might persist despite overbought conditions. Moving averages would continue to rise, providing dynamic support. This scenario would be driven by continued buying interest and positive sentiment. Neutral scenario would see CJET entering a consolidation phase around current levels, possibly between 20 cents and 35 cents. Some profit taking would occur, but buying interest would emerge at higher support levels, preventing a deep pullback. Volume might decrease during this consolidation before picking up again on the next directional move. This phase allows the market to digest recent gains and set up for the next trend. A bearish scenario, CJET could see a significant pullback due to overbought conditions and the massive one-day gain. The stock might retest support levels around 15 cents to 18 cents or even lower. Volume would likely decrease during the pullback, indicating a lack of strong buying interest at higher levels. Given the magnitude of the recent surge, this scenario might see a quicker mean reversion before any longer-term trend resumes. Mean reversion is a financial theory suggesting that asset prices and returns eventually move back toward their historical average or mean. After a sharp move up or down, prices often revert to more typical levels. For CJET, a mean reversion could mean a pullback to support levels after the recent surge before any new trend develops. Massive volume surge on September 19 indicates intense market participation and growing interest in CJET. Such spikes often attract both short-term traders and longer-term investors looking for momentum plays. However, this level of activity can also lead to increased volatility, as large numbers of participants react quickly to price changes. Volume is a key indicator of market interest and participation. Accumulation refers to periods when investors are buying large amounts of a stock, often leading to price increases. The record volume in CJET suggests accumulation, but traders should be cautious, as extreme volume can also precede sharp reversals if sentiment shifts. Psychological price levels like 30 cents and 35 cents often act as resistance or support because traders tend to place orders at round numbers. For CJET, these levels could become important battlegrounds as the stock continues its volatile run. Watching how the price reacts at these points can provide clues about future direction. Support is a price level where a stock tends to find buying interest, preventing it from falling further. Resistance is where selling interest emerges, capping further gains. These levels are crucial for traders to identify potential entry and exit points. In CJET's case, dynamic support comes from moving averages, while resistance will be formed as new highs are tested. Given CJET's exceptional volatility, risk management is more important than ever. Traders should consider setting stop-loss orders to limit potential losses and avoid overexposing themselves to sudden price swings. Diversifying your portfolio and only risking what you can afford to lose are key strategies for surviving in such unpredictable markets. A stop-loss order is an instruction to sell a stock when it reaches a certain price, helping traders limit their losses. In highly volatile stocks like CJET, using stop-loss orders can protect you from sudden, sharp declines and help you stick to your risk management plan. Volume patterns can provide early warnings of trend changes. If volume remains high as CJET rises, the uptrend may continue. However, if volume drops while the price is still climbing, it could signal weakening momentum and a possible reversal. Keep an eye on volume alongside price action for the best insights. VWAP, or Volume Weighted Average Price, is a trading benchmark that gives the average price a stock has traded at throughout the day, based on both volume and price. It's often used by traders to gauge the current trend and spot potential entry or exit points. For CJET, the VWAP at 0.2537 is below the current close, confirming upward momentum. News and fundamental catalysts can drive sudden price moves, especially in volatile stocks like CJET. Overnight developments, company announcements, or broader market news can all impact the next day's open and intraday action. Always stay updated with the latest news to avoid being caught off guard. Parabolic move refers to a rapid and accelerating price increase, often followed by a sharp correction. These moves are usually driven by speculation and can be unsustainable. CJET's recent price action shows parabolic characteristics, so traders should be cautious about chasing the rally without a solid plan. Sum up, CJET is in an extraordinary short-term bullish trend with exceptional momentum. The technical indicators confirm this strength, but the extreme nature of the price movement raises questions about sustainability. The risk of a sharp pullback is high, so traders should exercise caution. Monitoring volume, price action, and key psychological levels will be essential for assessing the sustainability of the current advance. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth analysis of CJET. Remember, trading volatile stocks requires discipline and a solid risk management plan. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and let us know which stock you'd like us to analyze next. Your support helps us keep making better videos. See you in the next analysis.